Welcome to the episode 57 of this called the Fellowship Metal Podcast. And today, a very, very special guest, straight from Greece, Mr. Sakis Prekas. He's member of the band W.E.B or W.E.B, that is stands for Where Everything Began. Sakis, thank you so much. Good evening for you. Good afternoon for us. So, thanks again. Thank you for this moment and the opportunity to get the interview with you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
No, it's an honor for
Thank you.
us, and it's very kind of like big for us as a metalheads to see how we are connected around the music. How it's possible
Yeah,
can we are in different places, different occasions with the same passion for the same kind of music. So this is very cool about metal too. So
hmm
let me introduce the Fellowship Metal podcast team. So let's start from the south of the South America. My brother Daniel, he is in Argentina.
Hello, Saki. Thank you
Hello.
for being here. I am Daniel Guevara. I am living in Buenos Aires, Argentina, and thank you.
Wow. Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to
Yeah,
meet you too.
so let's travel a little bit north of South America, and I have two members of the team in Bogota, Colombia. So you want to start, Harry?
Okay, hi guys. Welcome to another episode of the Fellowship Metal Podcast. My name is Harry from Bogota, Colombia. Today we are the blessed to present Sakis Precas and the band Web from Grace. Welcome, my brother.
Hello, Harry.
The second Bogota member, Omar.
Hi, Sakis. Such an honor to have you with us. Hope you enjoyed this interview with the team. Hope I'm really sure you're gonna like it. And hi, everybody who is connected with us for today's interview. So let's start with this. Thank you, man.
Nice to meet you, man. The honor is mine.
Yeah, there we go. And I am Alexander. I'm here in the sunny state of Florida in the United States. I am from Colombia, but I've been living here for a while. So we are kind of like covering the whole America state, uh, continent, sorry. And I'm here in Florida state. So thank you, Sakis. Thank you for the time. I think it's another nice part of this interview that is very special for us. I think the second time that we will do an interview in English that is not our mother language. So that will be very, very cool too. And more connecting like two different continents. In what part of Greece are you now, Sakis?
I'm in Athens.
Athens?
Always been in Athens. Right now, I'm in the studio, not at home, working late.
Nice.
But
Okay, so
yeah, always time for interviews, and you know, I like chatting with people that, as you said, we share the same passion. So
correct.
yeah,
Oh, let's
it's gonna
do
be a nice break.
definitely, definitely. It's gonna be a nice moment. We kind of like approach these interviews as more as a conversation than like a interview per se. So
Okay.
let's start with a couple icebreakers and let's warm up the conversation. So let me ask you this: could we know or could we ask about how is the local metal scene in Greece? Is it currently a large fan and local band-wise scene?
Well, percentage-wise, we have a lot of bands here in Greece, uh, coming from all the genres of metal. Um, Typically, the country has a history of extreme metal and black metal due
Yep,
to the second big wave of black metal back in the early 90s.
correct.
And I'd say, yeah, it's a big scene in terms of bands. There's a lot of people. listening to metal here.
Mhm.
Um, very very passionate people, about it,
Mhm.
and we have. I suppose we have quite a few bands that have put their name on the metal
Yeah.
map,
Yep.
and we have groups that have placed their name on the metal history. Like,
Yeah.
we, everybody knows Rotting Christ,
Rotten
everybody
Christ.
knows Septic
Baratron,
Flesh,
Captive Flesh.
everybody knows Varathron, everybody knows
Necromancia.
Nightfall, Gas
Necromantia.
G, Necromantia,
Mhm.
Firewind, Suicidal
Yep.
Angels. I
Yep.
mean, these bands, Night Stalker, uh, Villagers of Ayanina City, all these groups have made like you know huge careers, and it's nice for us. Smaller bands that
Mhm.
they are carving a path and they're paving a way for us to be able to follow. It's really important. I mean,
Mm.
I believe for every country's metal scene to have good leaders, and we have some of the best, I think.
Yeah, correct. Us as a Latin American metalheads back in the 90s, it was kind of like a little bit difficult, but put our hands in an album released by Rotting Christ was like amazing. And I
Hmm.
think in the past 2 weeks, many of the metalheads and uh, members here went to see Rotting Christ in South
Yeah.
America. They
Yes.
are touring South America.
Yeah.
So when we think about Greece, we always think about some sort of like black metal, the second wave, as you say, of black metal. Do you think currently is it still like a big black metal scene, or is trending in a different path?
I'm not sure. Uh, I mean, black metal was always black metal. It doesn't. Sorry, it doesn't have to do with if you are actually playing black metal or if you actually wear corpse paint or if you're worshiping Satan and stuff.
Uh
But
huh.
um, I think, like all things in the universe, uh, black metal has evolved. So um, it has its roots and it's got its evolution. And I am totally up for it, to be honest. I mean, uh, even as a person, I like to think that I am evolving. So I'd like everything to be evolving, including black metal. So I am not the the kind of
The
fan
truth.
that I'm not the gatekeeper. I like I like old school stuff as much as I like new stuff, avant-garde stuff, modern stuff. I believe that everybody that does something different in his own way and not on the paved way. Okay, yeah, maybe sometimes it's cheesy, maybe sometimes um, it's not old school, but I think it's good for every artist to express himself and not um, like and not the others. It's
Yep.
first you do it for yourself.
Correct.
Of course, always you have to do it in respect to history
Mhm.
and everything that has become the roots that made the tree that you are a part of.
Got it.
So yeah.
Okay, so we can like touch part of my second question in the last topic, but from this part of the world, as metalheads, we also know bands, the big ones that you mentioned, Rotting Christ, Web, Celtic Flesh. Yeah, we would like to know from the European point of view, what opinion do you have about South American metal scene?
Wow. I'm so happy you made this question because
Mhm.
because honestly, I'd like to say that, because I've never played there, but it's my dream to come.
Mhm.
And I am saying this because, as far as I know, uh, let me put it this way: in the mid 90s, everybody was talking about the audience of Greece, like being a really, really wild audience, and it was. Honestly, it was. I mean, whenever you would go to a concert, it was like being into a battle. Like,
Yeah.
totally honest with that. And at some point, I remember listening to a live album that was in Brazil,
Mhm.
and I listened to the audience and was like, "Wow, these guys are crazy there. Listen to them." And then when YouTube came along,
Yeah.
watching concerts like anywhere in South America was awesome. It reminded me of these times here,
Got it.
and and even more. I mean, it was these times here on steroids. So yeah, I want to go everywhere in South America, everywhere. I mean, I remember the guys from Septic Flesh. We had a
Mhm.
conversation, and they told me,
Yeah.
that there were times we played in South America that we couldn't hear ourselves because everybody knew all the lyrics. Like everybody, it was like, how can you remember like everything? It's so. Uh, yeah, I mean, I have so many examples that have come into my attention that what I think of the people there is like, okay, this is gonna be epic. So yeah,
Yeah, and I hope to have you guys soon at this part of the world.
Yeah.
Not just the States, all America, South America,
let's
Central
see.
America, definitely.
I think in a couple of years this is gonna be true.
Okay, and let us know. This space metal, the Fellowship Metal podcast is for you guys. So anything that you want to share, anything that you want to publish through us is welcome, Sakis. So
Okay,
don't
thank you.
hesitate.
Yes.
Okay, just a little brief personal question. We would like to know about your earliest metal music memories and what introduced you to this world.
Ah, that's a funny story. Um, my mother, she was a vinyl collector.
Awesome.
So, she liked mostly rock and pop rock, but like from the 80s and stuff. And at some point, she took me with her to the record store. That was a huge mistake because um, back in that day, it was Iron Maiden had got out, had just released the Non Pray for the Dying album.
Mhm.
So it was a huge
Mm-hmm.
banner there. That it was the first time I saw, like, what is that? That's an album cover. Really? What kind of music is that? I mean, uh, and I went to my mom with a vinyl, and
Buy
can
it.
you buy these two? And she was like, no, no.
No.
And then I got back on the same shelf. It was Seventh Son of a Seventh Son, which was not like such a gruesome cover. Can we please get that at least? So I just want to listen how it is. So she didn't want to buy me the stuff because she didn't want me to see such kind of pictures. But what she did, this record store could make you mixtapes.
Okay.
So she asked the guy there to make me a mixtape with Iron Maiden and Scorpions.
Okay.
So I got two mixtapes the next week, and I used to listen to them like every day, all day.
And how old were you?
Scorpions and Iron Maiden. I was on fifth grade, like I don't know, like 9 or 10,
Oh, sweet.
something like that. And after that, I discovered music. Like, I discovered Metallica. It was a guy in
Mhm.
school that, these guys, yeah, listen to them. And mostly, in school, I listened to these things, and then in high school, I turned to thrash metal and power metal and stuff. And at some point, I discovered, extreme metal, and
Mhm.
it just, like I said before, it was an evolution that
Yes.
came naturally. I liked visiting record shops, and back then, yeah, I would go with the artwork cover.
Yep. It
So
happens to
yeah,
us too.
this should be nice. Okay, let's try
Yeah.
this one.
Many
And
ways.
how about this? And can you tell me something about this band? Do you know anything? Because you just couldn't find information anywhere.
Yeah.
And it's like one thing led to another. So this was how it came into my life. And at the same time, I liked listening uh, to classical music, pop music, electronic music, but mostly I liked metal. So uh, I was always going there. Uh, so this is it.
Nice. Nice.
And what made me a fanatic was, like, back in 1997. A guy
Mhm.
I knew that was much older than me. He told me, you know, there's a band, Merciful Fate. They're coming for a concert in Athens. Here's a ticket. We're going together. And I was like,
Wow.
what is that? Who are these guys? I don't know anything. Okay, I got all their records. Let me play something for you. Here are the photos. And I was like, what is that? Yeah. So you always there's a point that you always discover things that
Mhm.
are like blowing your mind.
So what
And
was
by
it?
the
Was it?
time I went to
Go
the
ahead.
first concert, after that, now I want to be like that. I want to play, and I want to be at every concert, and I want to be here moshing, and then they're playing.
Sweet. So was it
Okay.
Merciful Fate your first metal show?
Yeah, it was actually not a show, because it was a weird show back then. King Diamond had a huge problem with his
Wow.
voice,
Uh-huh.
so he came on stage, no makeup, nothing. He didn't sing, uh, just Merciful Fate playing instrumental,
Oh, okay. An
and
acoustic.
the audience was singing. But my second concert, like a month after this, was actually a South American band.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was
Oh, really?
Which one was it?
Angra.
Angra?
It
Oh,
was
Angra?
Angra.
from
Wow,
Brazil.
Yeah, they had Holy Land back then,
amazing man.
Oh, okay.
and
Did that Holy Land? That was
With
with,
Andrea
yeah,
Matos, I
with
think.
Andre Matos. Uh-huh.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Andre Matos.
Mm.
Mm.
Okay, let's talk about the band a little bit. Thank you for this, for those icebreaker questions. Uh, what or who compelled you to create Web, to create the band?
Mm. Uh, it was all by luck, actually. So uh, when I was a teenager, I just visualized that I would like to have a band. I would like to call it Web, play awesome music, but that's it. I mean, nothing up to then. And like one day, I just get a phone call from a friend, and he told me, you know, me and two guys have a band, and we don't have a singer. Do you want to come and sing? Up to then, I never sang in my life. Told him, okay, but I don't know how to sing. Who cares? We don't know how to play either. We just go there for fun. And this is what we did. It was me and three more guys that we had meetings like once or twice a week, and we were just trying to play some songs. We couldn't play, we were awful, but we were having a very, very good time. So this became like my escape from everything. I liked calling people that I knew that they know an instrument, so we can meet up at a studio and just jam. And after some point, you know, I came up with a song. Like, you know, I wrote this. Could we jam on this? Oh yeah, sure. And there was a really random state back then. Then I joined a band that they told me they don't have a guitarist, and I really liked them because they were friends and they were very, very cool. We were called Eternity, and we played like melodic, majestic black metal.
Okay.
And that was the point that things for me turned somewhat serious because I really liked the material. It was, well, now I am talking, it's 98, 99, 2000, like that. So I was running the band. I was booking shows and festivals and everything back then. And there came a point that we came into hiatus, and I said, okay, I don't want this to end for me. So I will put together people to play music, and I will do my own thing. And now it's time for me to start web.
Mm-hmm.
So this was the point that at 2002 I managed to have a full lineup and begin with the whole process.
Got it. Since you have that idea to create web, always was planned to play black metal, right?
No,
No.
no. Even now, I never considered Web to be a black metal band.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I understand why it is considered a black metal band, but to me, it's not. It well, it is and it isn't. I mean, we don't play like Bathory, we don't play like
Mm-hmm.
Venom, we don't
Mm-hmm.
play like Mayhem, and
Mm-hmm.
uh, don't play like Varathron, don't play Necromantia. I mean, this is actually what's black metal for me.
Yeah.
Uh, but I understand we have a very, very um, huge essence of that into our music.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, what I wanted to do was to play like an extreme oriented metal, you know, with stuff that I find awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
thus I am not labeling anything. I just,
Got
you
it.
know, I jam on my guitar, I jam on my keyboard. So, oh, this is cool. Let's make it a song. I don't care if it's anything. I don't
Yeah.
care. It suits my taste. It suits the band. Let's go for it. Um, but yeah, I mean, okay, we got blast beats, we got tremolo picks, we got makeup. I understand.
Yeah.
Um,
We internally were talking actually about the sound of the band, Sakis,
okay,
and we said like, okay, it's not symphonic because symphonic, for example, is not sect flesh. Uh,
yeah,
so it's not symphonic. It's not raw, true black metal. It's nice. Like I really like the sound of the band, and you see, and you can explore the disc and the videos, and you say like, okay, this one sounds different than that one, and both sounds amazing.
hmm
So that was one of my questions for you. How would you define the sound of a web? But you cannot like answer that question already.
okay, because this is a question that I get a lot, and I get this question like from the beginning of the band, and I thought about it since back then. I have a very, very, very good answer. that I came up with.
Okay.
So,
I know
so
that question. I have the answer.
yeah, so I just I just call it dark metal. That's it,
That will define
and
that perfect.
I
Okay.
hope so.
Yeah, definitely. All right.
I
That's
hope it
suit.
does.
That's suit, and that define
But
an answer.
if you ask me personally, it's whatever came out of this and this spontaneously.
Cool. And congratulations for all those years playing with the band. Definitely, like at least at this part of the desk as a metalhead, whoever, whatever you are playing, whatever the band is releasing, it can only is amazing. It's like something that definitely we were expecting to share more at this part of the world because the sound of web is amazing.
Thank you.
Next question. Could you please tell us some highlight moments during the band career, like during these 22 years, a little bit more than that? Do you remember any milestone moment with the band?
Wow. Uh, well, I think there are quite a few that I would consider milestones. I mean, the last one was that the band came to sign up with a major record label.
Mm-hmm,
That would be Metal Blade,
mm-hmm,
and that another milestone is like talking to people like you from overseas. You know, I don't really make such kind of pointers
mm-hmm,
because everything that has been achieved, it has been achieved with many hours, months, years of work, and it hasn't been easy. So it's like, let's go to this top, to this mountaintop,
yeah.
and you get there, you're so tired, you're so full of sweat and stuff, and you're like, yeah, I made it, but it's not enough. Let's go to this mountaintop. So um, there have been quite some milestones, like managing to get out our first record,
Yeah.
managing to cooperate with a huge producer, Frederick Nordstrom, managing to um, get on tour with a band, like an
Mm-hmm.
actual tour, not like five concerts in a row. Like, let's go 20, let's go 25. Um, I don't know. I don't think that Web have achieved like something wow. Like this was so impressive. Because achieving such stuff is so hard. It needs um, special people, special timing, and you know, uh, if there are milestones, I would leave it to others
Got
to
it.
point out
Mm-hmm.
because to me, it has to always being like I'm stepping on my ground, and
Yes.
I just want to be here, here, and focus on what I want to do, make it awesome, and then let's go. Like 3 months of emailing labels, A&Rs, bookers, and everything, and uh, my only concern is let's make it good,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it.
Good.
If we ever win a Grammy, yeah, this is a milestone. I don't know, but we
what
haven't yet.
what big festival as a backend we would like to play?
All.
All of
I would
them.
like to
All
play
of
all
them.
festivals.
Okay.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Okay. Talking about the current lineup, could you please introduce the band currently?
Yeah, the current lineup is me, and we got Nikitas on drums, we got Sexes on guitars, we got Hellfire on bass and vocals too.
Nice. And last
And I do
question.
what I do. I do the
last
donkey on the microphone.
This is my last question before I handle this to my friend Omar. So, for those new listeners that they are gonna approach the band for this after this interview, would you recommend any particular album or any particular song that you consider this will represent the sound of Web?
Yes, I totally recommend our last album, Colosseum, and I recommend the opening song, Dark Web. And the reason behind this is that I love all our releases, but Colosseum uh, is where a great example of where the band is currently, at least at the point of its release, because currently it's not there anymore. It's somewhere else because we are composing a new one,
Yeah.
and I know it's not the same. It's somewhat different, but anyways, this is like um, the now current state of the band, like as a sound. And I think that Dark Web is a very good example of how Web sound, because um, it's got symphonic parts, it's got brutal parts, it's got melody,
Nice riffs.
harmonies and stuff. So I think it's quite catchy, and I would recommend this one. Yeah, I mean, everybody that would ask to listen to Web, I would put Dark Web for them.
Nice. Okay, I don't know, Danny, if somebody has sent any messages, if we have some
Yes,
greetings.
greetings to Camus Pardo Romero.
Oh, he's here in
And
Orlando
Camus. Claudia Lopez, Claudia Ortiz, and
from
Enigma.
Colombia.
Greetings.
Enigma, my friend here in Orlando too. So people connecting from different part of the world. And now
Nice.
let me pass the lead to Omar.
Okay, thank you. And thank you, Sakis, again for this moment with us.
Okay.
I would like you to take the interview or discussions we have for you, taking an approach for the discography of your band properly. So, but first, I would like to do a question. I think was not totally covered so far. So, I know,
Okay.
or we all know, the band is called "Where Everything Began." Why that
Mm-hmm.
name? Specifically, why did you think of this?
No, that's another funny story.
Okay.
So
And we like funny
when I,
stories.
when I first came up with the name of the band, I just called it Web, and I had no idea of marketing and everything. I know that it's a terrible name because it's like, which band is it? Web. What? Web. What? Yeah. Tell it again. So yeah. I know, and it's a nightmare to search us on social media and Google and everything. So
Sometimes, yes.
yeah, that's on me. But um, then I came up with another stupid idea. Let's put dots so everybody knows we are like W.E.B with dots. What would that mean? I don't know. Let's just put the dots. Okay, that was another stupid idea because no search engine accepts dots. So um, then then everybody started to ask, what does web mean? Okay. And I think that the first one that asked me that was on an interview, and I was totally embarrassed to say that it doesn't mean anything. I just put the dots. But it just came to my mind, like, where everything began.
Yeah.
Okay, and thankfully it stopped there, because there wasn't the meaning. But you know, when I came back home and thought about it, it seemed cool to me
Makes
because
sense. Hmm.
it made sense. Yeah, because where does everything begin? Where does anything that we do begin?
Yeah.
It's here and here.
Mhm.
So okay, yeah, that makes sense to me because what I am doing with this band, it's you know like in my subconscious. So this is where everything began. Okay, I like it. I'm going with it.
Okay.
Nice. That's a nice
And
story.
sounds nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we needed to ask about this. Okay.
Hmm.
So let's start with the discography of your band. It seems like you have worked with different labels along this years until coming to Metal Bay. That is a huge uh, record label. But I would like you to tell us how did you manage to find your first recording with Sleazy Rider? I think
Yeah.
from Romania.
Uh, Sleazy Rider was back then based on Athens,
Oh,
Okay.
actually. And w- back then, um, we did a lot of promo for the band, but we recorded promos with like 4 or 5 songs in there, and we made like you know 500 copies of CDs with full artwork and everything. And we never sold it. We always gave it away.
Okay.
And we also had a very, very strict policy, and we still have this policy that if we are to play a concert, we are to be awesome, like perfect, everything. We were not, but we were trying. But in our minds, we were. So,
Yeah.
um, so we kind of made quite a name back then in the underground scene. So it was very easy because I visited the guy. He used to have a record shop in Athens, and I visited him, and I was like, "Okay, here's our promo. Please consider it." And he contacted me. He was like, "Okay, this is good music, and let's do it." The thing is that uh, right before that, there were some compilations, some serious compilations that we managed to be part of. From labels, from fanzines, from webzines. No, not webzines. There were no webzines back then. Was labels, fanzines,
Fansigns.
magazines. Sorry. So yeah, we had a good momentum, like on the underground. So it was. I think it was a no-brainer for Tolis. That's his name. We're still friends, and we talk often. It was a no-brainer for him to have the band, and well, the 2 first albums came from him, and uh, because I talk to him still, I know that he's making good sales of them, and I know that there are good sales because I am taking some royalties too, and he's taking care of it still.
Nice.
So yeah, that was a good natural move. I mean, maybe for both of us.
Awesome. And you're still doing it pretty good. Okay. So uh, for your second album, you already mentioned this, but how was to work with Friedman Studio? How did you manage to get there?
Uh, I don't know how we managed because I know that. I mean, it's not like. I mean, at least back then, you didn't say to Frederick Nostrom, "Okay, let's make an album,"
Yeah.
and he would
Yeah.
just say yes. But this is what happened. But I know because I was with him for like 2 weeks there, and he was telling me like, there are bands that I have to find a way to decline to work with them sometimes. Anyway, uh, getting to work with him was easy. Working with him was hard, but good hard. Don't get me wrong. It
Yeah.
was hard because we didn't know some stuff back then, and he knew how to do it. So he was leading the whole process. He was very strict, and as he should be. And I think that I will cherish this cooperation. I would really love to work with him again at some point, but I still cherish everything that happened back then because while being with him, it was like a huge school
Hmm.
because I was all the time there. I am the guy that's when we are recording, I am always there on everything. So I try to see everything, listen to everything, listen what the producer has to say, everything, discuss. So it was quite an experience that not many get to have, and I'm really, really grateful for having it, and I really want to have it again.
Okay. Yeah, because it was barely your second album at that time. So yeah.
Yeah.
And after that, you go to No Regrets Records for Beating the
Yeah.
album. Yeah. Why did you uh, change your label at this point? You needed more distribution or stuff like that, or
Uh, well, we had our contract has ended with Sleazy Rider, and it just came. I mean, the contract from No Regrets just came, because I talked to the guys at some point. I met them. They had an offer already for the band because they had listened to what we were preparing, and they liked the album, so they already had an offer with all the marketing plan
Hmm.
they had. It seemed good back then to us, so we said, okay, let's do it, let's go for it. um, that was it, and it was they were also in Athens. So like every other day, they also had a record store. So every other day I would go for a coffee there, and we would talk things. And I liked the personal cooperation with these guys, and we are friends still with them as well. And yeah, that's it. That's it.
Got it.
okay. And I find interesting the name of this album in particular. It's like a game of words. For like I read any at some place that this was like an old word for vampire in Old
Yeah,
English or something like that. So
yeah.
I guess you are pretty interested in this kind of themes of like, I don't know, like
Uh, I still am. I think that in this album, if you listen to the trilogy in the end, which is like it's a vampiric theatrical play with some black metal in there.
yeah.
Uh, I don't know. I read this word like it was like a book that was like an encyclopedia about vampires. It was everything about vampires, and there was one of the first two chapters. I think the second chapter was the etymology of the word vampire, and it had like a huge spectacle of words that it came out for me. And I saw the word beaten, and wow, yeah, bidden, forbidden, bidden. Oh, okay, yeah, that's That's a record title there. Okay, I'm putting this on my board, and I'll see what I'm gonna do with it now. Yeah.
Okay. And after that, we go to Tartarus. How
Yeah.
was recording Tartarus for you? And also, you at this time you changed the label again for Apathetic Record.
Yeah. Well, recording Tartarus was quite hard. It was a very, very challenging album. Uh, there were many stuff there that we did for the first time, and I wanted to push uh, my personal limits as a composer and as a vocalist. On Tartarus, it's like most of the album is my composition, so it's like I took it all very, very personally, and I remember it with great love because there are things in this record that I always wanted to have on a web record. And also, there is a song that I truly love for many, many reasons. That would be Dragona. And I still remember the time that I wrote this song because it's a very, very personal song. But it was weird that I just went on my studio back then because I wanted to write this song, and I never left the studio for 2 days. I was like 36 hours nonstop in the studio composing the song, and everybody was looking for me in the band back then. And you know, don't worry, I'm alive. Here's a new song.
Yeah.
Where did that came from? Okay, just tell me if you like it or not, man. It's it's awesome. Are we gonna put it to the record? Yeah, we're putting on the record. Okay, let's do this.
It's my understanding that for this album you already had the collaboration of Psychon from Septic Flesh, or was only for
Yes.
Yeah.
He mixed and mastered this album.
Mhm.
Okay.
Me and him go way back because we were friends like since 10, 11-year old, like little kids, you know. And also we played together on my previous band, Eternity. So yeah, there's a good friendship. There's a good chemistry between us. And when he said, you know, I can mix the album. Here's portfolio and stuff. Yeah, okay, I am coming right now. And we did it. And we did it. So that's why we work with him since then. I mean, Tartarus and Colosseum and Into Hellfire We Burn is all mixed by him.
That's sweet.
Awesome. And also you had the help, or you work with Christos Antonio, also from Septic Flesh, with the orchestration.
Chris is a great friend of mine, one of my best friends.
Awesome.
We're like family friends, you know. And when I wanted to, when we started composing Forbidden, I had a discussion with him. You know, I need some orchestral stuff, and this is what I have composed up to here. And he was like, you know, okay, but they need some spice up, you know. So okay, can you just take my compositions, like here they are, this is the pentagram, here they are, can you help me with that? And he was like, yeah, sure, let's make the I'm gonna help you with the orchestra, you know, arrangements. So we cooperated for 3 albums. We did Forbiddance, we did Tartarus, and we did Colosseum together. And you know, there was a point like, okay, now you are learning how to do it properly, he said to me. You know, my arrangements were quite close to, okay, yeah, that's what I taught you. Yeah, yep. So our cooperation from album to album became even more smoother and very easy for both of us, because we're friends, we love each other, we respect each other, and since we discovered that it's really easy to work with one another, because we haven't, me and Chris haven't cooperated only with Web. We have cooperated with some, session works as well. So we have worked stuff together again, and it was really easy and natural for both of us. It
Okay.
was a no-brainer.
Awesome. It's good
And
to work
I mean,
with your
who is
friends.
who is
Yeah.
the best guy in the whole world to take care of your orchestras right now? I mean, it's Christopher
Correct.
Donil.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Yeah. Well, now we have covered more or less the discography of the band. I would like you to tell us a little bit about the artwork, because since the demos, if you look the demo in 2002 to the Coliseum right now, or into Hellfire We Burn, all of the artwork are awesome. I love it, that thing about Web.
Thank
So
you.
you really consider this a very important thing to the visual part of the band, or the graphic covers and everything looks awesome. So I love it, that
Hmm.
Web. So but I especially wanted to talk about the cover on Coliseum. He's also from Greece, and he works with other bands, or he's part of bands, as
Yes.
John tells us. It was
Yes. Yes.
also a friend of you or something.
Yes. And actually, we had an appointment today to get our babies to the fun fair together, but he missed my call because we don't live very far from one another. Anyways, yeah, John is a great artist.
Yeah.
His style, is not actually what he did for us. He's a very, very brutal graphic guy. I mean, I love his works. And we did first. I asked him to make a T-shirt for us, and since I told him, make a T-shirt. Okay, what T-shirt? What do you want? I mean, make a T-shirt and put our logo and a dragon on it. Can you do that? Okay, yeah, I can do that. Okay, send me the T-shirt when you have it ready. And he sent me the T-shirt and was like, "Wow, that's awesome. Okay, don't change anything. Okay, let's print this, guys." So after this, I was like, "Okay, this guy gets me, and let's cooperate for an album. Why not?" And okay, the album was quite harder because we had to change. I mean, the cover of Colosseum. I think it's like the third or the fourth album cover that he actually made.
Okay.
And because I was like, no, I don't like this. Change that again. No, I don't. This is no, not brutal enough, not artistic enough, not that enough. No, no. It was like we didn't like anything. It was all awesome, but we didn't like it. We needed it to be better. Uh, Mostly, the artwork though is Hellfire's idea of I mean, it came from my idea that I wanted something that it didn't work. It didn't work. So Hellfire came, and I said, okay. I asked her, "You handle this, and I trust you guys. You handle it with John." And at some point they showed me this, like the pre-sketch of what is now the cover of Colosseum, and I like it, and there it is.
It's awesome, and also works for t-shirts, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. I would like you to ask you about the video clips of the band, because all of them are pretty good, pretty professional. So love it also as well.
Mhm.
are you pretty involved in this part of the process, or you let people work on what you know how to do, or you give like a concept, like an idea for the?
No. I am always very, very involved. And
Okay,
if you take out Necrology of Hell, that
yeah, that one.
only no in Necrology of Hell, I only had quite an input on the director. Like I wanted some very, very specific stuff um, in terms of photography, and I gave him like the main idea of duality to be put. Like I wanted duality, and I wanted Christophobia, the fear of closed spaces. You know that it's like
Mm-hmm.
everything is narrow. We don't want. I didn't want
Spray.
anything wide there. I wanted everything to be like you feel like you're in a box like this, and like the walls are moving in. So I didn't want anything like granted on that. And it was the guy that I found for this. He handled it very, very well. He sent me all his ideas, and I was like, okay, let's go for it. And but other than that, I am very, very involved. I mean, involved, not evolved, involved.
Info.
Uh, I mean, Hellfire, the video, it's like everything, even I mean, even the scenery, the lights and everything is me. I mean,
Okay.
I did almost everything in that video. I was, going to makeup, and then let's put the scene together. No, I put it together. I have the props. I have everything. Um, I mean, I am always involved because it is a very important aspect of presenting what we do, and it needs to have the aesthetics that we want. Uh, I mean, same goes for the video of Pedalfa. Even though it's a lyric video, it's not your typical lyric video, and I know that. Same goes for Dark Web. In Dark Web, it was me and Hellfire doing everything there. Um, we we want to be involved in everything concerning that. I mean, even if you go to Tartarus, which was very, very hard video to make, and I am basically alone on this video. When we discussed about it with the director, I was like, okay, I found the horse, I found the location. I found both locations, all the costumes, everything was me, and I told him, okay, you just shoot and I do my thing. Okay, so just please make good photography here, and that's it came out. So it's important for an artist to be involved in such stuff because it is of how you picture your music. Uh, I mean, okay, there have been historical music videos. Could them be if the artists that have made those videos haven't been involved? I mean, uh, what would happen if Cradle of Filth never got involved with Danny Filth never got involved with what they do to their videos? Would they have like From the Cradle to Enslave out there? No, they wouldn't. So which is one of the most historical metal videos for me.
Yep.
So, okay, we haven't been on this level, and probably never will, but we're trying.
But let me say, I think I found it very professional, very top level of
Yeah.
video
Yeah.
clips.
Yes, he
And
made
like I said
amazing videos.
before, the covers of the art you are doing, like you are the most important band in the world. It don't matter if it's or not. So that's the most
But this
important
is
thing.
how you, but this is how you should treat it, because
Yeah,
to me, the most important band in the world
it's
is
your
my
band.
band,
Well, yeah.
because it's the most important thing in the world for me. It's not the most important band in the world, like never, never, ever. but to me, it's the most important thing in the world. So I treat it likewise because I
And
love it.
and that's
And you
nice.
reflected. Yeah, you reflected
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah, and
That's
that's
nice.
nice that that passion, Sakis, is being reflected in our approach. Like that's how we approach
The music,
the
videos,
music, the videos,
everything.
the covers, your work. So as a
Hmm.
metal fan, I think whoever you are putting your passion in this part or that part, that has been transmitted to your fans. So
I hope so.
yeah,
I hope so.
Yeah.
I am
Yeah.
witness. I'm a
Yeah,
witness
at least
here.
for us it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
So
happy
so
to
yeah.
hear that.
So thank you, Sakis. That was kind of my questions. Let's go with Harry.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Hi, Sakis.
Hi,
Welcome.
Harry. Yeah.
Well, it's my turn. Thank you for your
Okay.
time and your stories. Thank you, thank you. Um, I
You
want
don't see me
to.
suffering. You see, I have a good time here with you guys.
We are
Thank
having
you.
a blast.
Okay, I want to ask just two simple questions in short. The first is very simple. Um, let's discuss web unique sound in the metal world. In my view, their music goes beyond strict metal, um, graphic and special sound with many musical elements. So, throughout their career, the band has performed with both local and international groups. What do you consider essential to maintain the unique sound you have created for your band?
I don't understand actually what is the question here.
Oh,
Can
okay,
you
okay,
put it another way because I'm trying to understand what you are asking.
okay. What do you consider essential to
Ah,
maintain
what I
the
consider
unique sound?
essential.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ah, okay,
Oh, yes.
okay. Well, it's not an easy question because I mean I think that what I have to say here is very much my opinion on things, but I consider that what is the whole essence, the most important is essence of not a metal band in particular, like for a band of any kind, is to be a team. And I mean a team in, no, not a team, a family. It needs to be a family, you know.
Hmm.
Uh, if you consider the bands that have made huge names, right? And you go back to their story, by the time they were at their peak, you would see that they were like, you know, gangs, like four people bound together. It's like they have Vatos Locos stuff. It's like they have made an oath to be like monks for their logo, be it Metallica, be it Slayer, be it Iron Maiden, be Van Halen, Motorhead. I mean, these were not groups. Were not just bands. They were like, you know, fists together. If you have this and you all believe in the same thing, that is the band, and you believe in your music, and you have the fire in your eyes when you got on stage, uh, I mean, you could have the worst song in the world, but everybody will come with you, you know?
Hmm.
So this is something that nowadays it's missing. We don't have such bands anymore, and there won't be, because right now all bands are teams of people that play an instrument. They're not um, neighbors' kids
Hmm.
that meet at a garage
The
and
garage bands.
jam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
make like, let's make the loudest, the fastest, the grooviest, the most brutal. There ain't such a thing anymore. I mean, uh, if you go back in music history, you would see that record labels, I mean, many years ago, if they were to make a record for you, okay, get your band, get in there, play. There's a microphone. If we like what we hear on the speakers, we make it a record. So it was like you had to have put a band together back then that plays so awesome, so perfect that somebody listens to you play live, like a very difficult audition, and then he might consider putting a record out. Nowadays, it's not that. We got Cubase. Everybody's got Cubase downloaded free at home, and they download the free amplifier and like a $200 guitar and the drum machine. Okay, let's put out a record. No, but this doesn't have soul. It doesn't have heart. So the most important essence of everything is like put it in there. Put your heart in there.
Mm-hmm. Well,
And if you put more hearts in there, if you're four people and you put four hearts in there, it's gonna be huge. And I promise you, it will be.
let me ask you something. I'm sorry, Harry, Sakis,
No worry.
regarding that. You think nowadays, with these years of technology, social media, and globalization, do you think those tools affect what we used to be more passion with? Like garage bands are not more garage bands, underground bands. I think as it's nowadays it's kind of like selfish to call yourself underground. With this globalization, everything is like there. You put your underground band in Spotify, and it's not underground anymore. Everybody will know
Mm.
about your band. So, do you think
Exactly. Exactly.
technology has affected that passion for metal?
Yes, definitely it has. And now underground means how you treat um, your brand, because a band is a brand.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it always has to do with how you treat it. Um, I am very happy to say that there are underground bands, that there are great garage bands, because I see them in my studio. They come for rehearsals here, and I see guys coming like, you know, they're drinking their beers for like 2 hours. Like, aren't you going to rehearse? Yeah, we're gonna go. And then they go in there, and I'm like, wow, what are these guys playing in there? And like really tight and everything. So I'm really happy when I see that there are people that old school passionate about music. And yeah, technology has affected it, because it's nice that you can make music, but the thing is, now it's too much music, and it becomes even worse because people do not respect what they are listening to,
Mhm.
because they have Spotify. And if they have, I got premium Spotify, so it's like I got all the music in the world on my phone right now. Okay.
Mhm.
But I like to respect what I listen to. I mean, yesterday I listened to two new albums, Bruce Dickinson album and the new Suicidal Angels album. And I got good speakers, put them on Spotify. Okay, now I'm listening to the album,
Mhm.
and I really do listen. If I don't have my good speakers and my piece and everything, I don't put something that I really want to listen. But if you listen to music like it's background elevator music,
Mhm.
I mean, it's not there. If
Yeah.
you listen, if you listen to, for example, the latest record from the Magus from Necromantia, he put a new
Yeah.
record as the Magus. Uh, and I went to the pre-listening press session. He called me, and he asked me, "What did you think of the record?" And I told him, "This is a record that I made on vinyl, to put on my living room and just have an awesome time. I don't think that I can put this record on my car. You know that, right? He was like, okay, yeah, that was my intention. Okay. I hope that people appreciate that because it's a great album. It's an awesome album. I listened to it every day since it came out, and he got the vinyl for me, and it was wow. But also Hellfire from us sings in there in a song, and yeah, I should mention that. And I would like people, and this is I try to say that in almost all my interviews. What do you want to say to close the interview? And I never say like stay heavy or something. I say please listen to music, like really listen to music. It will make you better. Trust me, it will.
Mhm.
So I don't think it's only technology. It's like how the people perceive music. They need to respect it more.
That's good. That's good. Yes,
Okay.
I think we are agree. It's different to hear or listen music, and as you say, many people consider music just like to make some noise, so we don't have this silence around,
Yeah.
and you are not putting your sense in what is playing there. Because for us as a metalheads, we want to listen it not just once, we want to listen it twice. And each time
Yeah.
that we listen an album, we will find something different. Or
Uh,
the
I think
or
I think
lyrics or instruments. Yeah.
yeah, sorry to interrupt you, but I
No.
think that metalheads are maybe um, the most passionate music fans in the world.
Yeah.
And last month I was in Los Angeles at the NAMM show, and the NAMM show is not a metal show; it's a music. It's a music show expedition convention. Most of the people there were metalheads.
No, it's hmm
It's and I'm stressing it out. It's a music, like all music
yeah.
convention
Yeah.
show expedition, and most people there were metalheads.
Yeah. I think
And
because for us,
this says a lot about metalheads.
yeah, because I think for us as a metalhead, metal and music is in some point great part of our life. It's our lifestyle, right?
Yeah, yes, it
So
is.
it's like it fits me. It's in my bones. It's in like this is
Yes,
what is me. It defines me. It's
yes.
like
Maybe this is why metalheads fight each other sometimes because it's
yeah,
so important to them. It's so important and they get so passionate about it sometimes. You know, like the big four shouldn't be these and these and these should be this and this and this. Because this is my favorite band, and this is because they
yeah,
love music. They love it. They don't get it, but I think yeah, the answer is there because metalheads love their music.
yeah. And as a part of as an art, each person has a different opinion about that art piece. So if I
Yeah,
say I like this more than that one, okay, it's my opinion. It's my
yeah,
approach. It's my senses, like trying to define what I'm listening. So for
exactly.
me, yeah. So thank you for your answer, and sorry, Harry.
Don't worry. Okay. Sakis, let's talk about the future of the band.
Hmm.
Uh, do you have a plan to innovate in your music or include a special element on the stage, special instruments, or a special performance in the show?
Are you watching what I am doing? Maybe you
Yeah, we
know.
have a spy. We have a webcam there.
Okay.
Another.
Um, well, okay. I will tell you what I want to tell you right now because I don't want to say too
Spoilers.
much at this point, but
No spoiler
uh,
alert.
but
Yeah.
the thing is that for the new record that we are making, we have come up with some stuff that we haven't done, like never. And we have incorporated in the music some instruments, maybe an instrument that doesn't exist,
Oh wow.
I would say.
You create your own instrument. That's cool.
Yes, that's what I did, actually.
But
Uh, yeah,
It's like a string
I like
instrument. It's like
engineering stuff, so I made,
okay,
yeah,
okay,
I made something. I'm
sweet.
still testing it though, but I'm getting there. Uh, but
You have to put it a name. The Sakis phone. The Sakis guitar.
well,
Sakis star.
yeah, I haven't thought about that, but okay. And also, we are incorporating some music elements that we never had before. And I don't know if any extreme metal band has done this. Uh, no, now I'm thinking about it, and there are a couple of bands that they have done it, but they're not from our region. Okay,
Okay.
so anyway, I mean, okay, for us, it's something that goes a bit avant-garde, um, and it's gonna be quite artistic and everything. I really do love the new material. I am really in love with it. I trust me, and I hope that the people that get to listen to it will love it as well. But in terms of sound and music, what Harry asked, yeah, we're doing for new elements on stage. I am not sure, and the reason is that we have quite a few elements on stage that they are already difficult to handle in terms of carrying too much stuff, airport
Yeah.
stuff, and it gets quite expensive to move them around. So we try to keep it simple so that you are left with what is the pure essence, which is us. Actually, it's not the props and the lights and everything. We got everything, okay, but if we don't have it, doesn't matter. It's us, and again, it's gonna be great, and I promise you that.
For the new album,
okay,
Sakis, do you have an estimate date or part of the year to be released?
Um, right now, I cannot tell you because I mean I am left quite a bit behind on my schedule for personal reasons.
Hmm.
So, I mean, the plan was to be done with recordings in about June.
Okay.
If we make it to that, I think that you're going to listen to new material before the end of the year.
Oh, sweet. Looking forward
okay,
for that. I'm very curious now.
okay, Sakis. Another questions. Do
Mhm.
they have instruments to grace that you can incorporate in your music?
In Greece.
Like, mm,
Like any folk instrument?
you know what I really want to do? I don't know if you know this instrument. It's called baglamas. You know that instrument?
Okay,
It's you know bouzouki we have here in Greece.
Yeah.
okay,
Okay.
Yeah, so baglamas is like this big bouzouki, and it was invented um, by prisoners because
Oh,
they
wow.
needed a
mm-hmm,
small instrument to be able to hide it
Hmm.
from guards. So it's an
mm-hmm,
instrument with quite a dark history. here in Greece. I have one. I'm still learning it. It's pretty cool, but I really don't know yet how to incorporate it in there. But I really do want to do it. I know that if Greeks listen to this right now, they it's very difficult. I mean, up to hilarious to imagine me with corpse paint and a small bouzouki here. But you know, but I would really like to make this happen in the right way. I wanted to make it for this record as well, but no, it didn't work out for me yet.
Okay.
But I'm working on it. At some point, I want to do it.
Yeah, you sure will find the
Yeah.
moment and
Oh,
the
yeah.
right song for it.
Hmm.
You know, I don't like to make things um, on order. You know, I want to make them when it feels right, when inspiration comes. So this is why I'm not making the baglama thing right now, because it felt like I am making it on order. You know, like I need to do that. So I don't like this. I don't like this. When the time comes, my hands will take it. They will make it, and we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Okay,
always
thank
wanted
you.
to make a Greek song, and I made Pedalfa, which is very much based on Greek music. But I made it when the time came to make it. Before that, it didn't feel right.
Good answer.
Okay. Sakis, I am very grateful for this moment. Thank you. No more questions.
Oh, thank you too, man.
Okay, I think the last part of the interview, I will handle it to my brother Danny in Argentina. So, Danny,
You
take
still
the lead.
have
Okay.
a question
We
from the
have a
people.
question.
Ah,
Yes.
people is asking. Go ahead, Omar.
Okay.
Uh, would I read it? Okay. Yeah. So we
Ah,
have John, our friend John Daza,
John
and
Daza.
he's asking us, according to the last discussions on social media, what do you think, Sakis? What is your opinion on the use of artificial intelligence in things like cover arts for bands?
If I'm not in for it, man. I mean, art comes from people. It doesn't come from artificial intelligence. And the thing is, I understand that the AIs and stuff, all these engines, they can make awesome stuff. They can make impressive stuff. But as I said before, it's not. It's elevator music. I mean, listen, if you want elevator music, I'm a musician. Okay, I'm 42 years old and I play music since I do music since I was 5. So if you want elevator music, give me a couple of hours and I will give you a record. Seriously. So I mean, uh, no, I'm not in for it. It's like I saw a meme yesterday about this. It was like metalheads hate AI cover artworks, but uh, after this, it was like, but they don't care if it's programmed drums. They don't care if it's
Oh
programmed
yes.
bass and fake guitars and stuff. Who told you they don't care, man? They do
We
care
care.
because
Yeah,
it
we do care.
sounds fake.
Mhm,
It does sound fake. They care.
mhm.
They care. If they don't care, uh, guess what? They don't respect what they're listening to.
Yeah.
So, I mean, no, I'm not into the AI. Sorry.
Well,
If somebody wants to do it, okay, do it. I'm not gonna go against you, but I don't want to do it, and I don't know. I'm
yeah,
not in for it.
I think
Like you
it's
said, it doesn't have a soul inside
yeah,
of
it's
it. So
soulless.
I saw some guys on YouTube. There was an ad that constantly came out to me that they are selling chord progressions. And I was like, why? Why? People people will buy this? I mean, they don't respect themselves as composers. They need chord progressions. Ready? Don't they know the chords? The chords are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's like, okay, these are the chords. Learn the chords and like put them together. I go, why do you want chord progressions? And they sell it, you know. And I mean, it's like AI music. Well, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? No, sorry, I'm not in for this. It's like cheating. It's like
Yeah.
Yeah, it
you
is. It
know,
is cheating.
okay, let's normalize steroids on the Olympics. Okay, I mean, why do that?
Yep,
Mm.
totally agree.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Okay, Danny.
Well, thank you, Sakis, again for
Hmm?
being here. And the final question is simple question, is short question. And where can find your merch and CDs, especially for us? Where can find?
It's
Yeah.
it's easy. You either go to metalblade.com/web or you visit our Bandcamp. It's Web Dark Metal, webdarkmetalbandcamp.com, and you find everything there.
Awesome.
Perfect,
Cool.
Very
perfect.
easy.
Thank you.
We
Mhm.
will. Definitely we will. Yeah, I have a copy of the Tartarus, but yeah, it wasn't through it was through eBay. I found it here in America.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, fine.
Yeah, I
Mm,
have a copy of the album. Do you have something else, Danny?
okay, uh, it's okay. It's okay for me. For me.
Okay. Sakis, from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate your time, the interview, the effort to be here, to show
So late for
us.
you.
Yeah, to show us. It's so late over there. To show us the passion that you put in every single piece that you release, and it's an honor for us to share your work at this part uh, of the continent. So thank you so much again. This space is always for you. Whatever you want to share through us is welcome. Don't hesitate. The contact is open. And thanks again.
I thank you. It's an honor always to talk with people like you. And I had a great time spending my evening with you guys. Thank you again for the invitation. And I hope that anybody who listens to this gives us, that doesn't know the band, gives us a chance.
Definitely, definitely.
And as I
Yeah,
said before,
Thank you for
listen to
you.
music, listen to music.
Yeah.
yeah. We have
Like
been
an
Yes.
sharing
experience.
many internally, many of the YouTube and Spotify. So we have been spraying web in the last days. So Sakis, an honor, a pleasure, and this was the Fellowship Metal Podcast.